Hey y'all, welcome back to Live from Mississippi. Let me see, can I get some stuff pulled up on this little device? Let me turn that camera a little bit because I want to sit ratchet, you know. Oh Lord, Brody's hooked on Pohonics is still up here. Where's the tube? The tube of you. Go to my channel. Go to my live. I bet I gotta turn the volume down. Yes. Oh Lord. Watch my ad. Glenn's Outdoors. Eric and Barbara Fleming. Richard T. John Culpepper. The camp is live. Good deal. Good deal. JL327, CJ Gaucher, Jimmy Sullivan. Good to see y'all. Mike Culpepper. I better quit naming names because somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. Terry and Tommy, Ohio. We are coming to Ohio shortly. It has been a crazy week. We have had a busy week. Trying to prep, trying to get everything done, and still I needed to make some money, so I had some money to spend, trying to get everything dialed in on this trip, trying to make sure that we got everything all squared away. And I hate them lights up yonder when they in it, because that whole section of the screen up there turns white. I don't like it. I wish iPhone would put a better camera on the front side. They have excellent cameras on the back side, and this one does good, but I wish it could adjust and zoom and do a little bit on the front. But anyway, I'm fixing to go over here and make a pot of coffee. We had a birthday supper for my dad just a little bit ago. I mean, I've been running wide open today, seems like. But we ate steaks. Oh, y'all. I had a steak. I'm telling you, that steak was that thick. Well, it was really about like that. But it was over an inch thick, I can tell you that for a surety. And most of them didn't eat all theirs. And I managed to get mine all down. They might have accused me of putting some of it in my pocket. But I didn't. I put it in that kangaroo pouch right here. So, I am happy to be here, excited about the live tonight. I am not cooking tonight because I just ate a big old steak, like I just said. And there wasn't no need of cooking. Next thing is we ain't even got packed for leaving tomorrow. We are leaving in the morning, going up into eastern Tennessee. I got text messages pop in. Looks like they voted to keep the land at the deer camp. They're going to raise our dues $500. So I got to come up with another $500 to send to the deer camp so I can stay in this year. Oh, stuff's getting outrageous. Total camp dues this time is going to be $1,500. That was what popped up, and I was looking at it because I read the message. I'm fixing to go find a cord to plug this thing up. I thought I had it charged, but I forgot Brody's had it doing hooked on phonics. But we're leaving in the morning, going to eastern Tennessee. We're going to do our leg of the baptism tour, I guess is what I'm going to call it. I guess this is going to be the Jesus Name Baptism Tour. We're going to eastern Tennessee. We're going to baptize some good folks there. I've got to plan around. I may have to swing by and pray for a lady in a whole nother part of Tennessee. I have not had time to sit down and dial in my map and line everything out permanently. I'm going to see if I can ride around, and I don't know how I'm planning everything, but I'm planning on being in eastern Tennessee tomorrow. Leave there, and I'm going to be on my way to Portsmouth, Ohio. Mr. Jeff Caudale is up around that area up there, and I'm going to meet him there. We're going to baptize him. I probably won't make it all the way to Portsmouth tomorrow evening. So we're going to probably stay somewhere up in eastern Kentucky, I'm thinking. Not really sure. And then we're going to leave there. We're going to go to Portsmouth, and then I've got to go all the way up to the very tip top of West Virginia. And I'm going to meet Mr. Dwayne Gerard up there. Had gave me an anvil back last year. And I told him, I said, well, I'm going to plan to come up there. And this stuff kept going on. I never could work it out where I could go. And he said, don't worry about it. The anvil's sitting here. It ain't going nowhere. It's yours. When you get ready to come get it, come get it. So I said, look, I've got to go baptize some people. I'm going to come on up there and get that. And so I'm going to meet him. We'll be west of Pittsburgh. I mean, we're going to be west. I have never in my life been that far north. I mean, I'm way out of my range of where I've been. So this is all brand new to me. We're going to be driving the whole way, obviously. We're gonna be up there in northern West Virginia Monday evening, Monday sometime. I don't know, Monday night. I don't really know. At this point, it's going to start getting foggy because it depends on how much time I spend at each place. I've steadily got people messaging me, hey, I want to meet you. Hey, I want to see you. And I promise y'all, I want to meet everybody I can. My wife's like, well, we ain't got time to do that. We can't do that. I'm like, hey, I'm going. Oh, we working it out though. She ain't being that hard on me, but she's like, well, we got to do this. Now we got to get to here. You know how it goes. So we're going to leave West Virginia and we're going to be making it our way back as far as I know. I'm coming back down then to meet Mr. Larry Alexander to baptize him. I'm assuming he's usually on here. I know I've talked to him today. I know they've been at the deer camp putting out cameras and doing stuff today. But I'm coming back down to South Carolina. So if there's any people in somewhere in between Wheeling, West Virginia and basically Jacksonville, South Carolina along the way, I could work in a stop somewhere along the way. I don't know. You know, I'm still trying to keep things flexible. I know after I baptize Larry Alexander there, I'm going over to the eastern part of Georgia. I've got a group there that's going to be baptized. So this is steadily growing, y'all. There's steadily people adding in, hey, I want to be baptized. Y'all, I want to baptize as many people as wants to be baptized. I do not want to try to talk people into being baptized. I think it's a very serious thing. I think it's a very good thing, obviously. But it needs to be something that you want to do for you, not, hey, I want to do it to be on camera, and I may film some, I may not film any of it. I know we will be, let me spit that out. I know we will be filming along this trip day in and day out. I don't know if it'll be long videos, short videos, I don't know. We winging it. So I'm just trying to get put out there, and I'm sure I'll have to go back over all this before the live is out as people get on and some, miss out. But we want to, I want to do everything that I can do for the kingdom of God. I'm not doing it that I might receive glory out of this, by no means, which I am sure I will get some out of it. There's going to be a lot of people that, pat you on the back, you're doing a wonderful thing. That ain't why I'm doing it. That kind of comes with it. And that may be all the reward I get out of it because of that, and I'm fine with that. I'm not doing it for a reward either. I'm doing it so that people can be baptized and be saved. But I also want it to be known that people are being saved. People are getting baptized. God is at work. And so that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And we're also going to have a good time. We're going to stop and do some sightseeing. I wish to God I had time to go through the Ark encounter in Kentucky, but with the dates and trying to make the whole circle and do everything, and the funding to do all of that, I really ain't gonna be able to afford to stop and go through the Ark. Not to mention, Brody is not going with us on this trip. I asked him, I was like, son, do you want to go? He's like, no. He don't want to do all that riding, and it's gonna be a lot of riding. So those of you that was wondering if Brody's going, Brody's not gonna make. He's staying with Grandma and Grandpa. I feel better about that. I would love to have Brody with me, but it'll be safer for him to be here with Mama and Papa and not be out on the road. If something was to bad happen to us, he would be home safe. So that is part of the reason for that. I'm trying to catch up. I know I have just missed a whole bunch of comments from y'all. I'm going to just quickly scan over them for a second because I know y'all don't want to just sit there and watch me read comments. I'm scanning over, scanning over. Greg S. Martin's talking to Eric about baptizing. Let me see. East Tennessee ain't far from us. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. And y'all, as long as I don't know where we're gonna be, according to Greg, he's okay with somebody coming. Y'all have to talk to him. I don't even know where we're gonna actually meet at. I'm sure I'll find out sometime tomorrow by dinner. I'm planning on leaving here in the morning sometime. After the live's over, I got to edit just in time. I just filmed it though I come sit down. I've still got to edit it, get it uploaded, edit a video I filmed yesterday that I was going to edit and put up today, but things didn't work out where I had time to do that today. So I'm going to do that tonight and have it ready to upload like Monday or something like that as we're on our way, have a video. So anyway, I'm going at this blind, y'all. I'm going to be way out of my element. Old country boy. Some lady messaged me. She said, well, I wished you was coming to New York. We're not going to be but like 2 or 3 hours from, depending on what part of New York she's in, obviously, from New York. And I'm like, I don't know if New York's ready for me. I don't even know if them folks in New York could understand what I was saying if I was to try to talk to them. They might deport me, reckon. Alicia Stringer, I messaged you today. Check your messages. I need a reply from you on a message. But we will be praying for you. Buckshot, the Bible says, repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Jesus Christ, and then ye shall receive the gift of the Holy Ghost. So, there's not no dead set order on that. We in the house. Randall Tyler. Randall, we gonna baptize everybody that wants to be baptized. All I can do is baptize people and preach to them. I can't save them. That's the Lord's got to do that. You know what I mean? I get to do my part. I'm going to do it. That's just how I just trust Him. You know what I mean? It was a year ago that I think I mentioned on a live that I would love to just travel off and just baptize people. And I kind of asked God, Lord, let me do that. Lord, I'm preaching on this internet deal here, and I'm not really seeing feedback. And I baptized last week. I baptized several people last week, and it's starting to grow, and you're starting to see God move on people. And I just, it's one of those things, Lord, I want to do whatever you want me to do. Is this thing going to grow? Is it going to be where, hey, in 6 months or in a month or in a few weeks or whatever, God opens the door, we go somewhere else? I'll go wherever God sends me. But y'all, if you watch Just in Time tomorrow, you're going to hear me go through a lot of this. You got to be sent. I believe in anything you do for the God is a good thing, but you got to be sent. You got to have God opening doors and God making it happen, because I can go try to force a lot of things for God and it not work. But if God has already prepared the way and He's made everything available, then you know what? I can go in there and do my part, and He's already got it ordered. It's a whole lot easier. Not to be critical of somebody trying to do something for God. I'm not doing that. It seems like, everybody has an opinion on a lot of things, but the whole deal is we got to be sensitive to the Holy Ghost, and we got to try to follow God. and do the best we can with what we know and what we've got to work with. And, you know, as people reach out to me and say, hey, I want to be baptized, I'm going to baptize them. I'm going to baptize as many that'll ask me. Like I said when I first mentioned it, I'm not going to stop trying to talk people into getting baptized. If you question it, then wait, you know. But anyway, that is what the goal is tomorrow, and we're gonna pull out. We're gonna head leaving, and I'm gonna have my phone flexible. If you need, if you're wanting to be baptized, you need to either message me on Facebook or email me at justinpeden@gmail. That way I can correspond, because through these comments and stuff, I lose this stuff. It goes away so fast. I have just recently learned how to go back and find in my lives the comments. You know, usually they leave and then I get the comments that's later on just the replay video, and I can't find all of these live comments. So I'm learning still as I've been doing this for a year. You know, this is number 90 live. I was typing that in a while ago. I was like, we have done 90 of these. Sit down and just go live on Friday or Saturday, and we fluctuated a lot back and forth. So I am overwhelmed that I can sit down and start talking on a camera and everybody wants to tune in and watch. I'm also very overwhelmed that I mentioned, hey, I want to go baptize some people, and right now we've probably got at least 20 people that's lined up, confirmed, hey, I want to be baptized. And by tomorrow sometime, that could be, it could be a lot more. I hope it is. I mean, I'd love to baptize 100 if God had let me. Anyway. CJ, where is Amite County? That's down in Mississippi, right? That's down there in Jerry Clower country, right? I've got somebody I had somebody reach out to me from Waynesboro. It's possible that I could do a day trip down there. We could make that happen later in this fall, most definitely. Matter of fact, when is alligator season, y'all? English Joe, where's English Joe at? English Joe's supposed to have alligator tags. We're supposed to be going to South Mississippi to hunt alligators. Nothing I'd love more to come down there pulling a boat to hunt alligators and baptize somebody right there somewhere along the way. I mean, I'll do it. But CJ, we can get that done sometime, anytime. I think. I think so. Elisa Stranger, you're down around Columbia, right? I had one of the most awesome experiences in Columbia, Mississippi I have ever had in my life. There's a church down there called Woodlawn, and we had went down there for a revival type meeting thing, and I got to witness the dead raised. A lot of people's not seen that. This man was preaching. Jeff Arnold was preaching. And I was there. There was probably several thousand people in that church. And he was up preaching and died on the stage. He was dead for over 15 minutes. They had doctors in working on him. They had paramedics in there. There was several nurses in the crowd. One of the guys up on the platform is an ex-military, had been in some of the, I don't know exactly what he was. He really never has told all the details to it, but he was in some actual fighting and all that and had some pretty good training. And he's a preacher now, and he was over there helping work on him. They had the man's shoes off, trying to find a pulse. Anywhere they could find a pulse, he did not have a pulse, so he was dead. And I know the reason I say all that is a lot of people say, oh, he probably wasn't dead. He just passed out, or they didn't, you know. Now, he wouldn't pronounce dead by a corner, okay? But he didn't have a pulse for 15 minutes. He's brain dead. That man got up after that church was praying and started preaching again. And he's still preaching to this day. Y'all, that place exploded. I ain't never felt nothing like that in all of my life. There has been a few times in my life that I've had some really special encounters with God that was undeniable that, hey, this is God. So, you know, that little stuff goes a long way when people start arguing about the Bible and, oh, you know, that's a fairy tale book and, oh, some man could have wrote all this stuff and put that together. That may not even be real. You know, that could be. But I'll tell you this, the experiences that I've had in my life were very real. And they lined up with that book I read, so. I leave it at that. You know, you don't want to believe it. Oh, well, I can't make you. And not going to argue with you. If somebody don't want to believe, that's your opinion. You're welcome to do what you want to. All right. I got strayed off. John Culpepper, where's all our watchers at tonight? We usually running around 250. And we ain't got but 162. Everybody watching college football tonight, I'm assuming. I ain't gonna complain. They need to watch whatever they'd rather watch. Well, Miss Alicia Stranger, I know Michelle said we are planning on meeting y'all somewhere. I've got to go to Jackson one day because I've got a bike rack I got to pick up in Jackson. A man was gracious enough that he said I don't have any more use for a bike rack and wants to meet me, and I want to go meet him and pray for him too. He's got some medical issues, and you know, we could work that out. But I do know we're supposed to come somewhere and meet you and do pottery, so that may be something we could work out while we make a loop down to Waynesboro, but do a big day trip. Would be awesome. Oh, JL327, I did not cook. I had a steak that was that thick. I'm talking about my daddy cooked his own steak for his birthday, but my sister bought them all for us, and they came up from the coast. We had a steak cooking, and anyway, Kip, y'all gonna be in Terre Haute, Indiana tomorrow evening. Tomorrow I will be in near Inglewood, Tennessee, and then I'm going up to Portsmouth, Ohio. So we ain't gonna be that far apart over the next 2 or 3 days. Petey Freshire. Petey, it is finally cooling off, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm swelled up that me and Jeffrey Gray couldn't catch no fish. We got there just about the time the fish quit biting because I threw my pole in the water, and I mean one hammered it right off the bat. I said, we fixing to tear them up, and the bottom fell out. The wind started blowing. Hurricaneator come. It started raining shoe mouth deep. We got soaking wet, kept fishing anyway. Fished in the rain, fished hard. Tried every bait, and they wouldn't bite. I finally made another bass bite. I mean, I swam that bait right by there and just tickled him on the nose with it, and he grabbed it. And that was all we caught. So we was hard-headed enough. We said, tomorrow they'll bite because it's going to be pretty. Jeffrey was wanting to run that solo skiff, and I was wanting to see it in that swamp. I mean, we had our mind made up we was going fishing, so we didn't look at barometer and water level. And we looked at water and said, oh, it didn't rain that much. The ground soaked up all this rain, so you know, it won't be messed up too bad. It rose 6 inches while we was there fishing over about 3 hours or 4. So that's why we didn't hardly catch nothing. That water rising in that swamp like that really shuts it down. Now the catfish should have bit, but I couldn't get a catfish to bite. So I don't know. It gets frustrating. But either way, we just keep doing what we do. We'll catch some fish before fall's over with. I can guarantee you that. I couldn't buy a fish bite. A $100 bill couldn't have got me a bite just the other day, hardly. Richard T., I'm ready for squirrel season. I have got to build a ramrod for my 36 black powder rifle. It's time to get started on all of that stuff. I've had so much to do and going on that I can't make it all happen, y'all. Did they ever figure out how to clone people? You know, they was talking about it several years ago. We're going to clone people. If they ever figure that out, I need that. Or if Elon Musk makes one of them robots that you can buy for $20,000, $30,000 that can go around and help you, I about be willing to buy one of them because I need two of me bad. Any of y'all like that, you need two of you to get everything done. I think it'd be a tremendous help if I had a mini-me running around. No, I need a full-size one. I probably need one that could whoop me every now and then if I needed it. Deb said, when do you think you'll be coming back to East Georgia? We're going to be in East Georgia by the end of next week. We're going to Statesboro, Georgia. I will be near Statesboro probably Wednesday, Thursday, sometime in that time frame, depending on what me and Mama do when we, between West Virginia and South Carolina on the way back down. We could stop and sightsee, I don't know. But we will be in Georgia end of the week. David Rush, that old griddle, I couldn't believe he hit that chicken heart. I knew they like old cut bait, but he grabbed that chicken heart. And I thought I had a catfish because that was probably my problem. When I got that bite, I wasn't thinking griddle and I didn't let it run and I didn't just hammer the hook. A griddle got an old hard mouth, y'all. You got to set that hook pretty hard. A catfish, you can just start reeling it with that catfish. And if you go back and watch that video, you'll notice that I didn't just rear back and hammer that joker like I do a lot of griddle. So that was part of my problem. You know, there was a couple things I did wrong. So anyway, Deb, when we leave Statesboro, I don't know where we're going. Michelle is wanting to go to Helen, Georgia. She wants to go through and see that little German village or whatever it is. It's very possible we could be coming through by there. I know I've got several people to meet in Georgia. I've got to meet Joey sometime or another that does all our hats and stuff. Joey from M4 Laser Works. I plan on meeting him somewhere over there. I'm meeting the folks that were baptizing, obviously. And this is in that Statesboro area. It's not exactly where we're going to be. I try to be careful about saying right where who lives, because some people, you know, might not want everybody to know right where they at, you know. Be like old Yacht today. He shared a post on Facebook today. He got folks threatening to kill him. I mean, sent him a message and told him if he called the police or told anybody about that message that he is going to die. And he posted it on Facebook. I said, put it out there, son. Lord, hell, there's some crazy people out there in that world. You hear me? Lord, hell. All you got to do is kick off one idiot that don't like something about what you do, you know. Michael Mosley, you're near Inglewood. Greg said, come get baptized with us a while ago. Through failure we succeed, says, would you believe my wife actually asked me to go catch more shoepeck to eat? Never thought I'd hear that about any fish. No joke. We call them griddle here, obviously. My wife, that is her favorite fish to eat. She don't eat a lot of other fish. She'll eat catfish. She likes a crappie filleted, but I always fillet them things and the griddle and cut them up into small nuggets and fry them. And honest to God, everybody here will eat them. So, yeah, I can believe that. I can believe it that the people that don't like them, I feel like mostly handling them. You know, as always, they so, you know, yeah, there's probably people that just don't like them if they done right, you know, but I get it. John Newton, don't get in no hurry, man. Don't get in no rush. I ain't in no hurry. We'll get it all squared away, meet up and everything, swap stuff, whatever. Me and old John Newton doing some horse trading on some knives and whatnots. Alicia Stringer, I well know how the poor people live. You can see that round here. I get to see that on a regular. Miles Dozer, how are you tonight? Janet Culpepper, I've heard Savannah is pretty, and Michelle likes that old antebellum stuff. She'd really like to walk around in one of them big dresses they wore back in the Civil War days. I don't know if it all appeals to me, but anyway, I've heard it is pretty over there. I don't know what all's over there. Jerry Clower story tonight. We'll think of one here in a short while. Cal, how you is tonight? The great outdoors is there. Well, you done missed it all. We finna close down. No, I'm kidding. You ain't missed no whole lot, Jeffrey. You still in Mississippi, or you done went back down south? I mean, are you still in Neshoba County, I guess is what I'm asking. Thomas Shepard, we need to come up with a good Jerry Clower. Somebody told us one other day. I tell you what, they said old Marcel and them said when they was young, said they got them a job one time. Said old Marcel got tired of hauling that pulpwood. You know, he'd cut that beard joint up pretty bad and had some repercussions from it, and they tried to put him in jail. And he decided to park his old pulpwood truck for a while. And him and his brother got him a job down there at the junkyard. They was taking parts off them cars for that fella as he was selling them. He had a field out there full of junk cars. They was this one old car over there. Instead of taking payment, old Marcel and old, I think it was Eugene, decided they wanted that old junk car over there. Said, man, said, all right, said, that's a deal. Said, y'all work. And said, when you get through, said, I'll give you that car for payment. So they got it. Thing didn't run or nothing. They finally found them a couple old tires, and they bolted some wheels and tires on that old rusted car. Pushed it out there by the road, and they was just sitting in it, you know. One of them up there with his hands on the steering wheel. Said the old fella come by in the motor grader, grading the road out there. Said he stopped and said, you boys, said y'all having trouble getting the car cranked? It won't crank. Old Eugene said, said it won't crank at all. The old fella in the motor grader said, well, you want me to pull you down through your ways? Marcel said, yeah, that'd be good. Said, pull us down through him. So they hooked a chain to that motor grader. He went down the road to pulling that car. He got way on down there where he stopped and said, the crank? Marcel said, never hit a lick. He said, well, I tell you what, said, I got to turn, go back off up in here. He said, I'm going to unhook y'all, leave it here. He said, that dump truck will be by in a little while. And said, I'm going to radio him on the radio. And said, you boys get him to pull you, and he can pull you a lot faster. And they said, man, sounds good. Said, we'll be looking for him. We'll be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Said, them folks, said, the motor grader left. Said, it's been about 30, 45 minutes. Said, here, pulled up that dump truck. Said, he backed up. Said, you boys need him. Said, yes, sir, we need you to pull us. Said they hooked it to that dump truck. Said, man, he's going down the road about 40 miles an hour. Said, old Marcel and Eugene sitting up in there doing this number behind it, just grinning from ear to ear. Said he took them for several miles down the road and stopped and said, that thing ain't cranked yet, Marcel. Said, never hit a lick. He said, well, you reckon what's wrong with it, Marcel? Well, said it ain't got no motor in it. Oh, they was just happy being pulled riding. They was getting some use out of that junk car. Oh. Martin Meltzer, do you like meatloaf? Jeffrey Gray said he's sitting there by the campfire. I have got to have coffee, Jeffrey. I've got to make me some coffee over here. Oh, Lord. Michael English, my hunting clothes are all in a Tupperware tub. I usually do a wash with some scent killer stuff. I'm not sure it makes a huge difference. Scent control is a huge thing for deer hunting. However, I really don't believe you can honestly fool a deer. You really got to hunt the wind. If you're going to be successful bow hunting, and I am not good at it, I'm going to tell you, I am one of them people, I go in there and I get set up and get my stand hung a week ahead of time and let my stand, get them used to my stand being there. I go in there and hunt, man, the wind, get in there. And a lot of these hollers where I hunt, though, you can't look before you get there and say, oh, we got a wind today out of the northeast. We're going to have to hunt on this side. Because when you get down in them woods, that wind with them heels and stuff will be swirling in there. And you don't ever know where you need to get till you get there. And then a lot of times when I get there, I may not be, but I feel like I'm committed, you know. I got to get up here and I'm just going to make do. And sometimes it works and sometimes it don't, because I have sprayed scent killer. And a lot of times in that Tupperware tub that my hunting clothes is in, I'll break fresh pine limbs and stuff them down in there, because we got a lot of pine trees in this area, especially up there where I'm hunting now. It's all pine trees, so pine is good. And I'll break up and I'll break them old leaves, roll around, and I'll throw them pine needles in there, and about every 2 or 3 weeks, I'll throw them out and put some fresh ones in there. That seems to help some, but really and truly, you got to hunt the wind. That's what I think. But, you know, we all like to do our part, so yeah, I'll wash them in scent killer and throw that stuff in there. B. Hendricks said they're killing all the native deer in Minnesota because of chronic wasting disease. I really, y'all, I wish I understood a little more about this chronic wasting disease. All I know is what I hear. I've never seen it. They've had it up in the northwestern corner of Mississippi. I'm sure there's been some other cases down there, but now I'm going to tell y'all. If I kill a deer that's sickly, I'm just going to throw him somewhere and I ain't going to eat him, and I'm not going to tell nobody, because next thing you know, you're going to lose your hunting place. They're going to be in there testing everything, and you ain't going to have nowhere to hunt. And you know, I can't sit here and say, oh, ain't nothing to it, or that'll kill you. I don't really know. Now, if I started killing and I killed 2 or 3 deer and they all had it, then yeah, I would report it and be like, hey, we got to do something. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I can't sit here and tell you I'm right on what my opinion is, but I just, I ain't real excited about getting the government in there where I hunt, prowling around and piddling and pilfering, and you know how they are. They stick in those places they don't need to. Anyway. Through failure we succeed said, funny question, what do you use for underarm deodorant when hunting? I don't. I try to go get a shower. I'll be right back. I'll show you what I do. I'll show you. Ben's, I'm right here by the bathroom, and I know where it's at. This stuff right here seems to work for me. This is Scent Away. It is green, and that's how much I got left. However, I got a whole brand new bottle in there I bought last year because I thought I'd run out of this, and I got down to there before hunting season was over. And I have used it a few times since hunting season in a pinch when there wasn't no soap, and that was sitting there, and this is a body soap and shampoo. It has a little bit of a pine scent to it. I bought it, I think, at Walmart. It is Scent Away, odor control, deodorizing body soap. I wash with this, and then I don't put anything on. I just go to woods. Wash the clothes, and I've got some scent killer detergent. I try to do 1 whole load of scent killer detergent. The problem is my wife washes a lot of other clothes with a lot of other detergent in that washing machine, and I'm going to tell you, open the lid of your washing machine when it's empty and just stick your head in there and smell. is strong. It smells like detergent. So I feel like anything you wash in there is going to get some other scents on it. And ain't none of us got a whole separate washing machine just to wash hunting clothes in. I got an old wash tub out there, but doggone, I don't want to have to go out there and wash all my hunting clothes. So it's one of them things where probably this year, and I've done it in years past, where I don't wash them all. They're in there in that tub, folded up. I pulled them off from hunting. I don't work in my hunting clothes. I don't go to the gas station in it. Now, I've got camouflage like this thin stuff. A lot of just earth tone colors that I wear on a day-to-day basis. I squirrel hunt and all that stuff in it. Sweat in it, wear it all day, it gets washed, regular stuff. But my just deer hunting clothes, generally, I keep it in there, and it may seem nasty to a lot of folks, but I just pull it out, put it on, go to the woods hunt, come home, go in the lunchroom, pull it off, cram it back in that tub, put something else on. It don't never get washed regularly. Probably won't get washed all hunting season. You know, that's just how I roll. I know a lot of people are, I ain't gonna do it. It don't bother me. I'm in the woods. I ain't out there trying to pick up women. So, you know, I need to go make some coffee. I'm going to tell y'all something else now. I made my own scent killer spray out of this one year. And let me show you something. I'll show you what I killed while I was wearing it. I made my own scent killer, and I killed that one right there while wearing the scent killer spray that I made. This was my first big buck. That is actually a 12 point, but 2 of the points are small kickers. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 point. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one side and 3 on the other. He had a messed up rack, but he's a heavy horned deer and he's wide. He is almost probably right at, I think he was 19 inches and something wide. And that is the deer that got me put out of a hunting club. I was one of them old fellows that hunts up there a lot. That's kind of over the club. I met him on my way out, and that head was hanging out of the back of that Polaris Ranger. And next year they said, "We got room for y'all." And I don't know that, but I feel like that deer had a lot to do with it. So anyway. We may do some scent experimentations this year with stuff. I need to pull that. I gotta move I moved my camera and now I don't like where it's at. There, now I can reach it. While y'all sit there and look at nothing, y'all look at that bottle and talk about it, I'm making me some coffee. Ain't nobody here but me, or I would, Jeffrey having technical difficulties, oh Lord. Well, my technical difficulty, Jeffrey, is I ain't got no coffee right now, son. I got to go make some. Why is my, look, oh, that's that, I see it. All right. Y'all look at this contraption right here. You just, Lord help that thing swing forward. I hear Lucky in there hollering. Roscoe, where has you been? This is what we're fixing to make right there. Make some of that tea coffee, you know. Somebody told me, said, your coffee is mighty light. I said, this is my coffee. I drink it the way I want to. One more thing while that's making. I'll be honest with y'all, I done got so thirsty I didn't know what to do. I mean I was thirsty. So what did I miss right now? I'll get my coffee in a minute, but I didn't want to suck that coffee down. Lisa Stringer said fry us one of them granular fish fry. If I have luck like me and Jeffrey had this week, it's going to be hard to pull off. I may have to buy some superior catfish. Oh, Lord. Jeff Caldell, I thought you joined in earlier tonight. Where you been? We are good. We are good. We are good. Laser Addict, I have talked about the trip. We've been over the whole thing, but not to worry. We will go back over in a little bit because I did know they weren't about 150 people on when I was going over it. So a lot of people got on after I got through talking about it. We will go back over it here shortly, for sure, for sure. Michelle is not here right now, unless she just come in. That may have been what the dog was barking about. That's what he was saying. He said Michelle's home while the dog barking. I tell you what she done. We were supposed to put gas in the truck yesterday because when we pull out of here, we're going east and there ain't nothing but a store up there that the gas is about 50 cents higher than it is in town. A gallon, you know what I mean? You know how them rural stores do you. And so we was going to put gas in it yesterday when we was in town. We run around, did everything we got to do, and I had to get oil and change the oil in the truck and all that, and we run home and forgot to get gas. So she went back to town to fill the truck up with gas, so in the morning, we ready to go yonder way and ain't got to stop up there to pay twice what it's worth to fill it up. Richard T said the two biggest deer I ever shot was sitting on the second floor of an old rotted out barn. Never even knew it was there. Both of them big deer I just showed you, one I killed walking through the woods. The other one, the biggest one, the first big one I killed, I was sitting under a tree down there in the swamp, just sitting under a tree when he come in. Larry Alexander, I think you was right. Look at there. That's what the dog was barking about. You might as well come on over here and sit down and get on the show. She said she had to pack clothes. She didn't want to be on no live tonight.
I gotta wash my hands after handling that gas pump.
Did you wash your hands in gas? Stephen Owens, yeah, yeah, that was old Eugene, the lion Ledbetter. He said old Eugene said he lied so bad. Said they didn't know what to do with old Eugene, and said he just kept telling lies and stuff. Said finally, said they all got together. Said I know what we're gonna do to help Eugene from a lion. Said you know his daddy whooped him when he was a boy, and that didn't help nothing. He saw that lion in the yard. Well, anyway, they got together and they got the preacher with them. They said, now we're going to come up with the most outlandish tale that nobody could ever believe. And we're going to go over there and sit down and we're going to tell it to Eugene and we're going to tell it for the truth. And then we're going to ask Eugene if he believes it. That way he'll see how foolish he looks lying to everybody about everything. And so they got up and they said, the preacher said, we want you to tell this tale. Said, we think it'll have a greater effect with you telling us. He said, all right. So they knocked on Eugene's front door, walked in. Eugene, all glad to see you. Said, y'all come on in. I just put a fresh pot of coffee on. Said, well, sit down and have coffee. What are y'all doing? Said, Eugene said, preacher said, I wanted to tell you, said, you won't never believe what happened last Lord's Day. Said, we was all sitting in the church there. I was up preaching. He said I was preaching fire and brimstone from heaven, and said people was worshiping and the hands was in the air. And he said all of a sudden, said the back door busted wide open. Said, and in come a big grizzly bear. I'm talking about right down the center aisle. Said, and right in on his heels was this little old bitty fast dog. And said, man, said they had tied up. Said they fought all in the aisle. Said they fought all the way down to the altar. And said just rolled around in the floor. He said they wallered down the first 6 rows of pews. Said the hairpins was flying. People was running and screaming, hollering, running out the back door. And he said, Eugene, he said, not only did that little old fast dog whoop that big grizzly bear, said he completely consumed him. Said they wouldn't a sprig of him left. He said, you believe that, Eugene? Eugene said, heck yeah. Said, that is my dog.
Hey, everybody.
Y'all like my cut? M4 laser works. Well, there come Brody in the back door. Where you been, boy?
He rode with me to get gas.
He been out there in the dark. John Newton, what fat bottle mugs we have is on southernmudpottery.net. Look on that website and what's available is on there. I don't even know if any's on there.
I don't know if I've got any left, but they're usually, like if I make one, they sell, I think, around $32 in the shipping.
About $32. But we don't have any right now. What have you got right there that ain't
That's
sold?
all sold.
Every bit of it.
Except for them cups over there.
What cup?
All them cups over there.
There's some cups over there that ain't sold.
But they're not big cups, they're little small cups.
Only way we can sell them is if I drink out of them. I'm kidding. Kyle said, hello, Marie Laveau.
Hello.
How is your daughter? Mark Lewis, Lissy is doing good. We talked to him this week one day. What day did they come up here? Came up here one day. That was last week, wasn't
That was last week. I talked to her just about every day. I
Yeah.
haven't talked to her today.
it? Michelle talks to her pretty regular. But they doing good. They are doing well. They're facing all the struggles of young married life like all of us did. But they figuring it out.
What's the matter?
Rhonda McKinley said that was her middle name, Michelle.
Roscoe must know we're going somewhere.
Yeah, Mike, we have not packed nothing.
I have. Speak for yourself.
What have you packed?
I packed
When
my
did you
clothes this
pack?
afternoon. I got Brody's clothes packed to go to Grandma's. I got his school books packed and everything. His backpack.
Where's his school? You got his school work packed?
Yes, and his new backpack.
Well, just wondering if you're going to make it to Viola, Tennessee. I pulled it up. I'm going to have to look at it. I haven't had time. When I come in today, when I got off the phone with you, I went down there and put gas in lawnmower and finished cutting all the grass. And then I had to go over to we went and seen my sister now, and then when I come back, I had to weed eat, and then, Roscoe, what are you doing? And I pulled it up and briefly looked at it, but I haven't had time to write it because I'm going to try to see if I can go up to, why is he up here? Roscoe.
Come here.
Oh.
He's being a little neat.
Yeah, he knows we fixing to leave, and Lord, y'all, I hate to leave that dog worse than anything in the world. Let me see here. Let me search right here. Viola, Tennessee. I'm just gonna search Viola for the time being. 5 hours, 24 minutes there. Oh. we could run the Natchez Trace almost to Nashville, then work our way over there. That's 6 hours and 20 minutes, so I can't do that. I ain't got that much time to spare. 5 hours and 50 minutes. If I go down to Birmingham and run interstates all the way up there, I can be there in 5 hours and 55 minutes. No, 5 hours, 24 minutes. I'm going to have to do some research. I'm going to have to do some routing. We're looking like a 6-hour drive there. What is my time to Inglewood? It's 5 hours, 45 minutes. I got to figure out how to change my stops. Anyway, I'm going to have to do some looking. Try to plan my trip. And so for those of you that don't know, he's wanting me to stop by and pray for. I think it's your mom, right? We're gonna try to figure out which way we are going. I know we've got to go near Inglewood. So what I was looking at is going up and going to Viola and then coming down to Inglewood and then going up because, well, hang on, I had to look at something else. We're going to Portsmouth. I don't know which way I got to go from there to get. I might sit down and do some route planning. I will know by when the live's over. I'll sit down and do some route planning, and I'll know then. I'll try to find out. Jason McAllister, where about you at? We're gonna try to have a safe trip. Malt vinegar on fried fish. I have not. I have not tried malt vinegar. Yeah, Rhonda, it'll be, I told somebody that was talking, well, when you going to be there? I was like, well, here's my first problem. There's no such thing as me stopping and baptizing 4 or 5 people and driving off within an hour. That ain't going to happen. I know me, and I know I like to talk. And I enjoy it, so I ain't going to even try to pretend. And, this is a big day for me. It's a big day for the people that I'm baptizing. And I don't want to show up and be like, Deluge, all right, we'll see y'all, I'm gone. It's more of an experience than that. So, yeah, it's going to take us a while. Time we make this big loop, we're going to be into the week getting home. But fortunately, we've had some people offer to help us. We've had some people send us some money. We hadn't just tried to get a bunch of money, but we've had some people offer to help us and give us some gas money and room money. And Jeffrey has offered to help pay for some hotel room. And it's a lot of help. So we're very appreciative of everybody's help. I am not trying to get, hey, we need to take donations. I ain't done all that. I think the Lord's handling everything well the way He is. So it's we play it by ear and do what we can do and make the best of it. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna enjoy the trip. I mean, I'm gonna have a blast. Don't never think that, oh, poor pitiful me, this is a big sacrifice for me. It's a little of a sacrifice, but I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. So, it's kind of a blessing for me too. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm going on about how awful it is or how sacrifice. I mean, I'm excited. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's just, being able to do it, having the funds and the time to do it. So we fixing to find out something. Michael English, I don't know. Oh, y'all's about like me. I think he stays about big as a one-armed paper hanger, as Uncle Sasquatch would say. So I don't know that we'll ever get together, but I think we both kind of want to. We really ain't never talked in person. We make comments and stuff on each other's page, but we haven't just sat down and be like, hey, let's do a collaboration and do something. Richard T, I agree. I'm trying not to overload myself, but you got to do what's got to be done, and I'm a busybody. A lot of my overloading I do to myself. I'm trying to hold off on projects. I got a bathroom project in my house that I've been wanting to work on. And I got to build some shooting houses. Well, I held off on the shooting houses till I knew what the deer camp decided to do tonight, which they voted to keep the land and raise the dues $500 a person, which, anyway, now I've got to build a shooting house. I've still got a lot of fishing I want to do. But I'm probably going to hold off on some fishing for a little bit till the weather cools and the crappie go to acting a little better. Me and Brody may go to Tom Bigby one day, later on in a couple weeks. But like I said, I got shooting houses to get built, get up to the deer camp. It'll be time to disc up and start planting food plots here before long. So, lot to be done. And then I'm putting these trips in and this kind of stuff for the Lord. And this is what's more important right now. Not to mention, we got all the knives that's got to be made. I got a lot of knife orders. And that's my revenue. That's what pays my bills. So YouTube money is kind of what I'm taking the trip with. So B Cloud asks, where could we send you a donation? Probably my PayPal would be the best right now. Somebody did send me some via Square, but now here's the thing, when you send it via Square, I have to send you an invoice and they tax that. So any way you go about it, I'm not going to get the full amount, which don't matter. It's more than I had to begin with. So, Two Feathers. Where was Two Feathers? I missed. David Russian said, good night, Two Feathers. You talking about Uncle Sasquatch's chicken, or there's a guy that's on here occasionally that goes by Two Feathers? I'm just curious. Anyway, I hadn't heard nothing out of him, or maybe I did and didn't realize it. Cornbread said, I just put a 65-inch TV in my living room and I'm fixing to go back down in size because that's just too much Justin. Hey, I agree. My head probably looks that big around in your living room. I bet I'm loud on it, ain't I? David Russian, Two Feathers is your nickname? Ah, okay. I'm with you now. Sharon Davis, I totally agree. Follow the Lord's leading and you can't go wrong. But B Cloud, I figure my PayPal is probably the best thing, and I think it's under Spirit of the Outdoors. I think it has my logo. I'm not sure. You can message me on Facebook Messenger or either email me at justinpeden@gmail. I'll get you. I'll get you. Oh, that's your nickname for his bird. I'm with you now. Good deal. Good deal, David. I was lost for a minute. I really was. Blue Boy, thank you. Loves all the videos and all the content. I am... Sometimes y'all, like anybody else, we get frustrated with it, and it just you want to see it grow, and then the worst thing you can do is watch the numbers. And I have said this and several times: quit looking at numbers. Do what you enjoy because you enjoy doing it, and just do it because you like it. Don't worry about whether it grows or not. And usually that'll grow. Then I get started watching them numbers because you think, well, man, mine ain't growing, and everybody else is. And I have watched in the last couple of weeks, my overall views has been down, and I'm like, why? What's going on? But I just like, oh well, I ain't worried about it because you know what? I ain't gonna quit. Bone Deep Lithics, how are y'all? Did y'all find any good stuff today? I know that fella has been out there digging in dirt somewhere looking for artifacts. I will tell you this. I was going to show y'all a book Thor Kinsey sent me. Thor sent me a book. Chris, hold on just a second. Let me run out to the truck. Y'all got to see this book he sent me. He got it on eBay and sent it to me. You're going to love it. You probably already got it, really.
That was you going out.
Yeah. Sheriff thought somebody was coming in. When people send me stuff, I like to show it and be appreciative of it. I don't really like doing like mail call videos. I've done them in the past. Because I don't really just want to encourage people to just see how much stuff I can get. But anyway, every now and then some of them sends me some cool stuff. Look at this. So it says Indian Arrowheads Identification and Price Guide. This thing is full of pictures, dating, price. It has got some flaws in it. These pages are wanting to, backslide from the book, but we're gonna get them glued back in there. I actually have some glue. I have done some book rebound a couple of Bibles. So I thought that was a really cool book. Robert M. Overstreet and Howard Peak. This is the 3rd edition. So I don't even know what's all in there. Yes, Overstreet book. So I thought that was cool. I have not even had time to look. I pulled it out of my mailbox in town today. And so it's got a lot of information that I don't know. Maybe it'll help. You got that book? I love books, so it will definitely go in my book collection. I like I said, I have no idea what's in it. I was intrigued by it. I thought, man, that is very neat. It's definitely more knowledge than I have already on the subject. I gotta have coffee, y'all. What? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Nobody told me that I never mashed a button on that coffee pot over there when I fixed that coffee. It ain't made not one drop of coffee yet. I've been sitting there in my I knew I wasn't smelling it. Oh, Lord Jesus. Y'all don't do that kind of stuff, do you? I know you don't. I'm the only one. Michelle and Michael Avery says, hey. Hello, Michelle.
To me?
No, on here. Your name's Michelle too, hey. Richard T said, I have a couple of old Overstreet books. Mike Culpepper, what's the name on them knives? They got Case wrote on them. Case knives. Y'all, I love me some fishing knives. I got one in my pocket now. What's in my pocket right now? What I got? Yeah, I do. I got my yellow handle queen in my pocket right now. Y'all, I got way too many pocket knives. I don't never know what I'm toting. I do love fish knives though. I like to tote one in case a crappie was to attack me. I'd have some defense against him. If that hook was to get hung in his mouth, I could get it right out. Oh, Lord.
Y'all want me to show y'all some good coffee creamer?
We bought that yesterday at the Walmart.
If you like cookie dough, this is some good creamer.
You plan on drinking some of my coffee with them? I may put creamer in mine. Just because everybody had something to say about my light-colored coffee.
Did y'all see my new coffee cup I made myself?
I thought you was going to sell that one.
I decided to keep it. Ain't it cute?
What would you have done if you'd come in here and I'd have been already drinking out of it when you got it? Where's my granola cup?
I washed it. It's right here.
I got my fat bottom cup out, but I was over there to get me some coffee and it ain't made not one drop. I mean, doggone. Sammy Pruitt, you got a belly full of boiled peanuts.
Papa J cooked boiled peanuts today.
Yeah, I did a reel. That's where they seen them. I also did a video on that steak I ate, but I ain't had time to edit it all, put everything out yet. I was supposed to have had a video uploaded today, and I didn't get it done. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't get out of bed till nearly 8 o'clock today. I guess I was charging my battery up for this adventure we're going on. I don't know. I slept hard, though.
You did, yes. You slept in the last 2 mornings.
I'm gonna blame it on Jeffrey. Oh, Lord. What was I reading? I was reading B Cloud, you probably did. Most likely you did. and anybody wants to send something, look, thank you so much. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to send money, but it is greatly appreciated. It'll help us a lot.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Larry, everybody wants the one you're using and drinking out of. And I think the only fat bottom mug we have is the one I've got to drink out of. I've gotten rid of every one of them. Somebody will talk me out of it every time. Yeah, Gray, I was out past my bedtime a time or two, but I don't regret it. It don't bother me not one bit to sleep late occasionally. I just can't do it all the time. Pre-travel jitters. Yeah, possibly. I'm gonna tell you, I got more anxiety about leaving Roscoe's than anything, because Brody will be in good hands. Brody be with Nana and my mama and them back and forth. He's got plenty of good caretakers. He will be well taken care of. Roscoe, on the other hand, is gonna be here by himself. Roscoe has to stay here. He don't do well somewhere else. And I don't know how he's gonna do. Last time we were gone for 3 days, we went down to my sister's, we stayed down there, we fished on the coast and all that stuff, and we got home. I literally had to sit down in the floor in that doorway right there and just hold Roscoe. He got to coughing. He was so excited, panting and jumping and scratching me all up and down. And I thought he was fixing to have a heart attack. We was gone 3 days. So I don't know if there'll be any difference in 3 days and 5 days. Probably not a whole lot, but he's bad needy the last few days. He's been on my heels ever since. He rode with me on the lawnmower most of the day today. So we'll see. Greg Martin, I was planning on making goldenrod tea, and I ain't picked none. it rained one day, and then we fished some. Laser Addict, we're gonna video parts of the trip. So as far as video and baptisms, that'll strictly be up to the people getting baptized. I do not want to put anybody on the internet that don't want to be there. This is a private moment for them. Unless they like, yeah, you can film it, then we might do it. We will just see. We will definitely keep you updated. We'll be posting pictures. A lot of content goes to Facebook. Facebook's the easiest place just to post pictures and stuff, but we will be putting it on YouTube as well. YouTube is my main thing. But YouTube is where I try to keep stuff more serious and goal-oriented on what we're doing, the entire body of work. Facebook, I just put whatever silly thing comes to my mind on there. I don't care. It's just for fun, really. But however, it is, I mean, it's still me and authentic and whatever. So, Patricia, I heard it go growling at me over there. I want to make sure that last good drop goes in there. I may put creamer in this. I really might. I tell you what, I think I'm going to put my creamer first. And then I'm going to put sugar in it. And a lot of it.
Here, Bo. Do you use this creamer?
No, I use my hazelnut. I like hazelnut. And y'all know you can't hardly buy hazelnut coffee nowhere. I mean, used to, community coffee had that hazelnut coffee, and I got a small bag, but you can't hardly buy it nowhere. They got all these other flavors. Which, I mean, I like a lot of different coffee. I can drink it black. I can drink it really strong. I can drink it light. I can drink it with sugar and creamer. I can drink it with oil. I can drink flavored coffee. I just like coffee, so I get tickled, honestly, when them people say, oh, that's weak, and that's it. No, it ain't. That's the way it wound up that time, and I can drink it. You know, I ain't so picky that everything's got to be so perfect to a T to please me. I can make it. I'll be all right with it. Just hand it here and let me drink it. It's strong, light, sugar, creamer, black, oil in it, honey in it. Hand it here. I can get it down, son. Jeffrey likes that French vanilla creamer. Oh, that's good. That's good right there now. Mike Culpepper said, Miss Janet fried some deer tenderized steaks in my number 12 Birmingham stove and range skillet this evening. It sure is good. I've been back twice and got some more. That's why boys like us, Mike, is wearing this tar right here around our waist because we like them groceries. Hey, I'll put the video up after a while of that steak I ate, and I ate the whole thing. I mean, I put the hurting on it. Wait a minute. I ate over half a steak and then traded with you, didn't I? I ate more than a whole steak.
I don't know. I done ate half of it when I gave you, man.
You hadn't ate half of it. Because hers was a little bloodier than she really liked, and she was nibbling at it. And I said, here, I'll swap with you. Because she likes hers a little more done than I do. And mine, the one I wound up with, was a little more done. I'm like, well, swap with me. And we swapped steaks in the middle of the meal. So I really don't know. But I still eat a whole steak, ain't no doubt. Mississippi Projectile Point Guide by Samuel O. McGahee. You got something to write that down, Will? There's a pencil down yonder. Chris giving me some information I need. Right. Mississippi Projectile Point Guide. Samuel O. McGahee.
Oh,
Samuel O. O period.
let me.
McGahee. Right there. Thank you, Chris. Where's TK? I ain't seen him on. I ain't seen Robert on here tonight. Larry, y'all went and scouted out deer or squirrels. I've got, yeah, Tommy, I've watched The Knife Doctor on YouTube a time or two. I hadn't watched a lot of him. I don't know. There's so much stuff out there, it's hard to watch everything. And I guess I've got to a place I watch a few channels that I'm used to watching. And Chris said he wore him out. Digging. Jeff is gonna be all right. You're gonna be fine. Jeff's getting nervous about getting baptized, and I understand it totally. Y'all keep Jeff in your prayers. And Jeff, we ain't gonna talk you into it now. If we get there and you back out, that's up to you. It's fine. It don't hurt my feelings at all now. But y'all say a prayer for Jeff. He's a little nervous about getting baptized. It's a big decision, y'all. It is. I mean,
Now, where's Jeff at?
Jeff's in Portsmouth, Ohio, or near there. That's where we're meeting at. Jeffrey Gray is another testimony of the plantain sag. Jeffrey was up here, y'all, and he showed me a bite on him that was pretty good size, dark spot in the middle of it. Looked kind of bad. And I said, hold on. I said, you need some plantain salve. I done went and got him a can of plantain salve. I said, you put that on there till it's gone. So he said it done the trick. Y'all, plantain works. I don't care who says what. There's too many people I've handed it to and turned on to it that come back and said, man, that stuff works. You got another can of it?
How many of y'all take vitamins and stuff at night? Does anybody take magnesium? I know I got some women on here watching. Any of y'all take magnesium supplements?
Diana Bowen, most of the points here. Now, Chris can answer a lot better than that, but I think Tallahassee quartz is what it is, TQ. Let Chris answer that. He can answer better than I can because I ain't found but a handful. He's found cases of them.
I just started taking magnesium. I put that magnesium in my coffee a while ago.
What is magnesium? Is it a powder or a pill or a...
Mine's like it's a powder, but it's in a capsule. It's supposed to help with sleep and anxiety, like just kind of... I don't really know what it is. My mama told me to start taking it.
For the record, she won't take nothing that I give her. I can pull out some plant medicine and say, this will cure that. She, I ain't taking that. You liable to kill me. You're going to poison me. How do you know what that is? I'm like, well, I've been studying it for 4 or 5 years is why. Won't take nothing. She will use a plantain salvo. She's a believer in it.
That other junk tastes nasty.
I ruined her with wild lettuce one time. That stuff is tough. Cal, you let me know, son. We'll get you baptized as well. We got somebody, I can't remember now who, I'm going to have to look it up. Darlena said magnesium glycinate.
Yeah, that's what I've been taking.
Mom, where's my shark and Mercysaurus? Huh? Where's my Mercysaurus?
The tooth?
What?
The tooth?
No.
It helps with muscle cramps.
Oh, that big gray one?
Chris, did you hear that?
It's in your way behind your tail,
I think I know somebody that needs some magnesium. We have to drop it in their water bottle.
What?
It's just a running joke. Wild lettuce tastes like chewed Tylenol.
Well,
That wild lettuce I got out there, it's stout, but it helps the pain. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and try to make y'all think it's a wonder drug. And, you know, all your pains is gonna melt away. It's,
Well, do y'all take your magnesium at night or in the mornings? I've been taking it at night when I take it. I haven't taken it but about 3 times.
does it make a difference?
It's supposed to help with sleep, so I don't know.
You know what else helps with sleep?
What?
A hard day's work. Uncle Sasquatch, that skillet coming, ain't it? Where's that skillet? She put all of them up. There's one on the stove. I got the door to them blocked. She can't get the skillets.
Daddy's busy. What you need?
Found a cricket. We'll just pick a box up, take the box outside. Real careful. Slow down so he don't jump.
I think it's dead. It was there earlier today.
Just ease out there and dump him outside somewhere. Birdie, don't pour him out on the floor. Is he dead?
He's in there packing his stuff to go to Nana's.
And he's got a cardboard box this big with a ship this long in it. Look, there's a cage full of critters. The bottom of the box is full of men.
Get outside.
Well, you did a good thing, buddy. He rescued a cricket. He saved him. You ain't come over here and told nobody nothing tonight. He's got another box he's filling up. Oh, he's moved the ship to the bigger box. He realized he had that in full. He is. Oh, Lord. He packed one box slam full and realized, this one ain't gonna hold. And he started filling up another box.
Oh, Roscoe's wanting me.
Where's he at?
Outside.
Uncle Sasquatch said, I hope the ER ain't busy tonight. We practicing Uncle Sasquatch for this long ride because there'll be a lot of arguing over traffic directions.
He makes me a nervous wreck.
Every time I run out of the road, she goes to screaming. I don't understand.
Y'all don't be texting him next week.
Michelle said next week don't nobody comment on nothing, don't send a message, don't do nothing. Because I'm trying to check it going down the road.
He thinks he's got to reply to everything while he's driving.
Oh, shut up, don't tell them that. They'll think I'm a bad driver. She exaggerates. Eric from upstate New York. Toby said, pull that skillet out there shaped like my head. We got one that's got a big dent in it. Uncle Sasquatch said, I'm going to text him every 5 minutes. Oh, Lord. Every time we leave a road, she goes to hollering if I ain't paying attention. You watch the road. They stopping up there. I said, well, you ain't got to tell them to stay in the road. They got them vibrating things down the side of the road. I can tell when we running out over there in the ditches. It's just, I don't know if it was these tires on it or now these is hitting it.
I used to like to sleep when we rode, but I can't even sleep no more.
Because every time she gets over there and gets that fly trap open, my ease over there in that rough patch go brrrr, and boy, she comes up like, what in the world? I know y'all don't do that. It's hard, Samuel Pruitt, to stay in the road when them deer's out there in that patch. Really, my problem ain't the phone. I'll have to admit, I do pick it up from time to time. I don't just stay on it when I'm driving. Usually, probably what I'll do is I'll pull me up a In the Wilderness series book by David Thompson. Let me talk. You ain't even in the picture.
Where's my skillet?
I'll pull up me a book, put it on. But what bothers me is when I'm going down through there and they deer out there in the field, or that tractor's going out there. I'm like, what's he do? He bush hogging, or he picking cotton, or they harvesting corn? I'm curious. I'm nosy, what's their garden look like? What kind of truck's that sitting out there on blocks? Stuff like that's what gets me, redneck stuff. You go by a junkyard that's got a bunch of old vehicles, you're like, oh, what's out there I ain't seen in a long time, you know? Michael Lennon said his wife uses a fake brake on her side all the time. Yeah, Michelle's got a dent in the floorboard of our truck. You know, you can tell it's been mashed hard over there.
But my pedals never work.
Janet, if we go ahead and get all our squabbling and fighting done tonight, we might have a peaceful trip the rest of the week. Doug, a woman can't hit you with a skillet. That's a myth. A woman ain't gonna hit you with a skillet because every time they grab one, they automatically think about cooking and go to making food. I come up with that all by myself. It might cost me a knot or two, but I can rub them. Richard T said, read your new Arrowhead book. If I could get her to drive, I could sit over there and reply to all these comments. Don't y'all think? I think that's a perfect solution. The only problem is she gets to driving like Momo, and we'll be doing 50 on the interstate. In the right lane. Or in the left lane. Mayonnaise and mustard, keep it greasy side down. That's what I'm praying for all week. Yeah. Lord, Lord, Lord. Nah, y'all, we just having good fun. Me and her actually get along pretty good. Now, we fuss and fight. We raise our voice occasionally, but now we don't do all that serious fighting like we used to do, because we used to have some knockdown drag-outs back in the day when we was young and both stupid, and Jesus helped us a lot, I tell you that. All right. Why do men normally die before women? The man answered, said because they want to. Oh. Toby said he's going to quit while I'm ahead. B Cloud, you right. Michelle, she gives a lot of instructions. The only one she don't usually give is where to turn. You usually pass it. Uncle Sasquatch, I don't reckon I've heard about the time the devil appeared in church. You'll have to fill us in on that one. We having a lot of fun, no idea. We're gonna have a good time on this trip. We'll get some short clips and videos, all the funny stuff, if we can get it on camera. I don't know if I want to post everything on Facebook as far as like pictures of sightseeing stuff, because there's gonna be a new world to me. I have never been up in some of the northern parts of the country. And get this, y'all, it's supposed to cool down next week even more than it has today. Michelle said, I'm going to take a long sleeve. And I'm like, you know, I might get to wear a long sleeve shirt. I get jealous when I see some of y'all wearing long sleeve shirts, and I'm down here sweltering. Chris, good night. Yeah, we got to get together. When I get back from this, we're going to have to get together and do some digging around here for long. I still ain't found a hole. Well, I found one hole point. It was a shirt point. Sharon Davis, depends on what you call winning. She passed most of the licks. But now, I never give up. I don't know. I don't know who won, but that's a hard question for me to answer. I will tell you this, in all of our indulgence of partaking in things that we wasn't supposed to be partaking in and affecting our mental capacity for clear thought, if you follow what I'm saying, because I know there's a bunch of kids watching, I ain't never hit her. Not even on my worst day, so I am proud of that fact. Because there was some times I felt like she needed it. I wanted to, but I didn't. I had better raising than that. Dowie Smith, how are you? That's good coffee. Y'all ever drink that chock full of nuts coffee? I know when I made that wheat tea looking colored coffee, I was kind of funny this week when I made that video. I was focused on using the whale and using whale water for the coffee. And I got over there making that coffee, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was over there percolating, and I went and was getting some stuff done all night, and I went over there and turned that camera on, and I never even looked at what color that coffee was. I just poured it and filmed a video, edited it, put it out. And the reason is that percolator, I turn it down, but I turn it down on 1 and leave it percolating. And by the time I'm through drinking, the last cup is so black you can't hardly get it down. So I don't never worry about that first cup being a little light. And some folks they wanted to crucify me with Jesus over that. And you know, I'm like, what difference did it make what color my coffee was? I told one fella, I said, well, when you hand drill your own well and follow every step I make, you can whine about what kind of coffee I drink. But anyway, that chock full of nuts, I was drinking Community out there, but we drank Folgers, I've drank Maxwell House, chock full of nuts. I've tried a lot of different coffees. And that chock full of nuts is good coffee. And you can get it on Amazon, have it delivered right to your door, and it ain't like $12 or $13 for a one, you know, I guess that's what pound cans? That's a big can. This is a medium roast. I think the other one I ordered is dark roast. Is it? No, it's medium. I got another can over there I hadn't even opened yet. What's this? 5 pounds? 1 pound. 1 pound of coffee. 14.5 ounces. They're the only people that you actually get a metal can anymore. Everybody else gives you an old plastic one, so you can put a lot of worms in there. I fixed that to go get I got 5% of battery. And we got 30 minutes to go. Let me go grab a cord. I got to plug this thing right here up.
I'm just gonna take him on the mama.
All right.
You can come tell you back.
Who? Tell him to come here.
Come here, go see Daddy.
Brody is fixing to go on to all right, we got fire in the wire now. I got everything all plugged. Hey.
He's gonna go put his stuff.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna miss my little fella this week. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. They get coffee at Costco. Love their Colombian coffee. Mike, I agree with that. However, I like my coffee is how I need to make it. But you know, it's weird that there's a lot of people that if you don't do stuff the way they like to do it, their way is the only right way, and you ain't a man if you don't do what they do. And how fragile do you have to be to think that if somebody does something different from you, you got to be ugly to them? Some of them was just saying something, you know. Some of them was really being hateful about it. I blocked one fella. I just wouldn't argue with him.
Hey, don't knock this stuff off.
Devil said, "You sure not afraid of?" Let me go back up. Uncle Sasquatch has got his.
Bye, Dad.
All right, I'm gonna read Uncle Sasquatch's story about when the devil went to church.
Sunday.
Hang on, Brody, before you leave. Let me read this, and then we got to talk. Devil appeared in church. Devil appeared in church, and it scared the life out of everybody, and they was running for the exits except one old gentleman. He just sat there. The devil said, "Do you know who I am?" The old man said, "I sure do." The devil said, "Aren't you afraid?" The old fellow said, "I ain't." The devil said, "Do you realize what I can do to you?" The devil said, "You sure you're not afraid?" Old fellow said, "Sure ain't. Been married to your sister for 50 years. Dowie Smith, we didn't have much luck this week with the grinnell getter because the grinnell wouldn't bite. The only really hit, I had a couple of hits, but the water was rising and they just wouldn't nothing want to bite. It wasn't the bait's fault. It was it was the water rising. Get over here. Come here. Come here, my little buddy. Look, you tell everybody on there where you going.
I'm going to my nana's.
That's Michelle's mama and daddy's. He calls her Nana and Papa Mike. Where'd you get that blue on you? What was you painting blue?
Refrigerator.
They painted the refrigerator at the cabin blue today. Him and Aunt Keela and Uncle Andrew.
It's so much.
I guess Mama, hey, he got paint on his leg. Look at there. Paint on his knee, on his britches. You got it everywhere, didn't you? Well, look at me. You be good boy this week, okay?
Dad.
Daddy's sure gonna miss you. You sure you don't want to go with Daddy? You sure?
Sure.
Okay. As long as you're not gonna be mad, I'm gonna travel all over the world. Feels like I love you, buddy. I'm gonna miss you.
Love you. I will miss you.
You be a good boy, okay?
Okay.
Mine, Nanny, and Nana, and whoever you having to stay with.
Okay.
Hey, I love you.
Love you.
Martin Meltzer said, "I have heard it said that marriage is like a deck of cards. It starts out with 2 hearts and a diamond. Later, you're looking for a club and a spade." Woo, that ain't the truth. That'll preach right there. Ain't there been truer words spoke through false teeth. Sharon Davis said, "We recycle coffee cans all the time. The only problem I have is I've got about 7 or 8 cans down there. All red Folgers cans. One of them's got deer sinew. One of them's got some polyurethane poured in it because it was in a big bucket and I'd got down to a little bit. One of them's got some beef tallow. One of them's got some, not beef, deer tallow. One of them's got coon fat all in it. One of them's full of salt. One of them's full of wood ashes. What else have I saved? There's several things. I use it for hides and just stuff I use, this, that, and the other, and I got some leftover. Well, let me pour it in this coffee can. Well, the problem runs in is you can write on them things with a Sharpie. It's smart to label everything, saves you a lot, but within a year's time, that's faded off. I don't care what kind of Sharpie you buy, it's gone. And you got to open the lid on every one of them cans to find what you're looking for. Oh, do y'all do that? Some of them's got nuts and bolts in them. Some of them's got, odd and end miscellaneous. These coffee cans sitting everywhere with all kind of paraphernalia in them. And you got to pop the lid on every one of them. Look down in there. Oh, that ain't it. And every now and then you'll pop your head and go, whoa, what in the world I put in there? Oh, I popped the top on one. I had put some, I don't remember, I had scent glands. They was in Ziploc bags, but I had put some scent glands in there. I was going to put them in the freezer, and I forgot. I left them sitting out. Now, what in the world did I stick in? It's about a week later. Whoa, I mean, it like to knock me down. My knees about buckled when I come to my senses. Oh, Lord. Drinking Folgers Colombian coffee. I like the black silk. However, we don't ever buy it because Michelle ain't really crazy about her coffee that strong. I was be like, let's get this dark coffee. And she's like, oh, I want to, so we don't ever get it. Like they say, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Local life outdoors. South Carolina. Local life, I will be coming through South Carolina. We're going to Pickens, somewhere there out of Greenville. Which part of South Carolina are you in, my friend? Prepared medic. Prepared medic, you're exactly right. I have opened the lids on all kind of butter bowls. Cool Whip bowls is the one here. Cool Whip bowl with a lid in it. Might be Cool Whip, might be mold, might be, peas, might be tomatoes, might be cucumber. You don't ever know what you're going to find. Corn, the list is endless of what could be in it. Dip it was made. A lot of times we'll open something like that and I'll say, what is this? And she'll look and go, I don't know. And we both stand there and scratching our head and then we put the lid on it and stick it back in the refrigerator. Like somebody's going to eat it later. We don't know what it is. No, we usually just throw bowl and all in the trash at that point. Why do they call false teeth dentures? Seems like they would call them substitute. Yeah. Uncle Sasquatch, we ought to bring him up there to you and leave him for a week. Him and old Jeffrey finally made friends. They had them a good week. A good couple of days anyway. Backwoods Homestead, I use a garden pen. It stays where you write it. What is a garden pen? I might need one of these pens. Where you find a garden pen. I never heard of such. Uncle Sasquatch said I forgot some chili in the fridge one time too long and it would glow in the dark and tested radioactive. Hey, I'll go in there and be looking for something in the refrigerator and I'll say, Michelle, what's in this bowl in the back of the refrigerator? What color is it? It's a blue bowl or it's, an orange bowl with a lid on it. Leave it alone. Okay. We're going to eat that? No. Well, why don't you throw it out? All I've been meaning to. We've been talking about this book tonight, Thor. We're glad you could join us. He sent that book. I don't know when it actually arrived. I got it out of the box today. But yeah, we do have the book. Got the book. Got the book. Got chock full of nuts coffee. Drinking coffee. We doing some advertising here, it looks like. I ain't, but I don't know why I got to drinking this. I don't know why I even ordered it. Somebody on here mentioned it one night when I was inquiring about coffee. And I tried it and I actually like it. And now that all the coffee is going out of sight, marriage is like a knotted hemp rope. Not every year looking back with memories, but forward to the next top knot. That's good. Larry Alexander, I got a can of worms in my little set pile refrigerator down there in the shop now. And I looked at them the other day and they were still alive. So I've been keeping an eye on them and I keep thinking, well, I'm going to go fishing with them. I'm going to go fishing. And I ain't been fishing with them. When we went fishing, we used a whole bunch of other stuff. So it'll probably wind up that way for me too. Got it at the Greenhouse Mega Store. It's a black or white pen, weatherproof. I don't know where we got one of them stores. Folger's Breakfast Blend was really good, Rhonda McKinley said. I like to experiment with coffee, drink different. I mean, I'll try. It's like me tonight. I'm drinking creamer in my coffee. Here's to all them die-hard men that said my coffee wasn't black enough. Here's to you. They live a long time. What do you put in the box for food, Larry? Crackers? Crumble up crackers or something? What do you put in there? Lettuce? I know they eat composted stuff. You put what's the best thing to put in a can for crackers? I mean for worms. Oh, don't get talking about crackers and barrels. Lord, I've heard enough about crackers and barrels this week. I don't care if I ever hear anything. I could care less about any of it. I've heard about it all week long. I know y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, because you've been having to read all that garbage too. Jeff said, I forget my chicken liver a lot. I'm going to tell you, Jeff, that liver, we got some chicken liver, and I'd get it out and take it fishing and fish for like one piece, and time I would get back, I'd put it back in there, but that stuff would turn blue on you in a hurry. And I'm like, ooh. Some say coffee grounds or grits. Okay, well, I can handle the coffee grounds pretty easy. I need to build me a worm bed. I kept saying I was going to build one. I got 2 freezers out there that I could pretty well build one out of, probably. I just hadn't done it. Little cornmeal. So coffee grounds and cornmeal will work. Well, there we go. I need to go put some of that in there, because we're going to be gone a week. They ain't no telling what kind of disarray all this stuff around here will be in when we get back, which we ain't got anything that's got to be taken really care of other than chickens. Her daddy's going to feed the chickens, and my mom and them's going to come let Roscoe out and feed him and Lucky. And, well, her daddy's going to feed Roscoe, but let me go let Roscoe in. He's at the back door. He's about to tear the paint off the door. All right, well, y'all. Yeah, Jeff, we'll come look through your shop. If you got anything I need to haul off for you. we love digging through other people's stuff. Use coffee grounds for worms. It's good for compost too. I've got to do something serious with my garden spot. I know we had a lot of rain this year, And what it does, it washed a lot of the nutrients out of the soil, and I planted stuff 2 or 3 times. I got to put probably chicken compost on my garden heavily. And I need to do that this fall. I'm thinking about going down to my neighbor's chicken houses with a tractor and a bucket and making a couple of trips. And I may go down there and let him load a trailer up and shovel it out on it somewhere. I don't know. I got to figure something out because I gotta do something for my soil. It's in bad shape. I wish I had a dump truck. I'd just bring it up here and dump me a load out, but I don't know. Most people don't want to haul that in a dump truck because it will rust it to pieces. Cal, good night. Thank you for joining in, hanging out with us for a little while. Eric, where did you buy 6-pound cans? Is that what the tall Folgers are? This is a 1-pound can. 1LB, 30.5 OZs. Laser Addict, we are going to Statesboro, is where we're going in Georgia. Holler at me. It'll be probably Wednesday, Thursday when we get down there. That last leg coming home from Wheeling, we're going to be in Wheeling probably Monday evening. I don't know where we're staying, how many days, if we're going to drive straight all the way back down the next day, or if we're going to stop and spend the night. There's a little old place in Maggie Valley that I like. It's a little old hotel, got a stove in there, it's just a nice little old room, and got a back porch with a creek running right out the back, and got a rocking chairs all the way down the porch, right there in Maggie Valley. And it was just relaxing, and we stayed there last year, and I said, I'd like to stay there again, and I may swing over there and spend the night there, and then come on down into South Carolina from there. So we're going to see how everything plays out. I love Maggie Valley. It's not overcrowded. It's not full of junk, and it's just peaceful, The only other things I like, Bear Meat's Indian Den over there, but you got to go all the way over the mountain to get over there to eat. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's over there right out of Cherokee, ain't it? Anyway, it's over in the mountain, but anyway, I don't know what we're going to do on that way on, because we are going to do a little bit of sightseeing along the way. Anyway, right, banana peels is good for worm feed. So we're going, anybody, y'all, I know there's different people on here that was on here earlier. We usually run this till about 9 o'clock, and it's getting close to that. We finna shut it down here shortly. We're going to leave in the morning. We're going up to around Englewood, Tennessee. We're going to meet Mr. Greg Martin and them. We're going to baptize somewhere there on their place or somewhere near that they got picked out. Baptize them. We're headed up to baptize Jeff Claudel around Portsmouth, Ohio. I'm going to leave there, and we're going to up above Wheeling, West Virginia. We're going to meet Mr. Dwayne Gerard up there, and he's had me an anvil up there. Big old anvil for a while. He's held it for me. He said it was mine. He'd give it to me. So I want to go pick that up. So we're going to leave in the morning, and then we're going to probably spend the night somewhere East Kentucky, I'm thinking. I don't know where. We're just going to pick a spot when we figure out where we can make it to and get up, and then we're going to meet Jeff probably Monday morning, somewhere, Monday dinner, I don't know, whenever we get wherever we at. Right? Because at that point, it's how far you go and then how far you got to drive. And baptize him, and then we're going to go try to meet Dwayne and them and pick up the anvil and all such as this. And then we'll spend the night somewhere up around West Virginia. Anyway, then we're going to leave, and we got to come back down to basically Greenville, South Carolina. So that long leg of the trip, I don't know if we're going to stop twice, stop one time. So at that point, everything gets really fuzzy on what day I'm going to be where. And I'm also leaving this open. If there's people along that route or near about that route, I can detour a little bit either way or the other if it's necessary, that needs to be baptized. Reach out to me. I need to know in the next day or so, and we will try to make that happen. Now, I can't promise everybody that, hey, I can go everywhere, but what's feasible, we will do. We want to baptize everybody that needs baptized. So anybody that is interested in this, let me know. And we're gonna just play it by ear. We're gonna go till we run out of money or run out of time, or we make the whole trip and get home. You know, I don't know how it's gonna go from there, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, Ken, I do know the hotel that we stayed at is there. It did not get damaged. Because I checked on that back when Helene went through there, but I am well aware that we probably, and that's one of the things I want to see. I want to look at some of the flood damage of some of all these places. I am well aware there's going to be a lot of damage up through there. So yes, you know, I don't know what to expect. A lot of that. That was one of the reasons we didn't go last year. All that stuff went through. We were planning on going last year, and all that stuff happened, and we was like, let's wait. So this year, hadn't been long ago, they had a lot of flooding in Chattanooga. So I may try to plan to skirt around Chattanooga, and I got to look at Stephen Owens' mom, and pray for her. She's on up in Viola, Tennessee. So we're going to see about going there possibly before we shoot down to Greg. I'm going to see how long that's going to take and what I can make happen. Richard T, thank you. We're gonna do our best to be safe, y'all. And Dio Citerum watching from Trinidad. Well, thank you. Yeah, Jeff, I have had several people ask me, say, man, why are you over here? So we got an open fishing trip. I would love to. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do fishing trips. They ain't nothing I'd love more than to stop up there and fish. It would thrill my soul. However, I gotta be about the Lord's work on this trip, and I'm gonna stop and do some sightseeing and some picture taking and whatever else. And I can't sit here and say I ain't gonna fish. I done got to yawning. But I don't imagine I'm gonna get to do a whole lot of it. So anyway. We do covet your prayers, y'all. If you can help us, we appreciate it. If you can pray for us, that's what we need the most. We're going to just do this for ear and see. And then, like tonight, we've already discussed, there's the people in South Mississippi wants to be baptized. Probably one day we're going to make a detour down through there. If this all goes well, we may try to plan to make a trip up the western part of my area, you know, go out toward Missouri, Arkansas, all up through there. If there's people that direction that would like to be baptized, I mean, I wish I could work it out where, man, I go all the way to California if I can. The problem is me affording to do stuff like that. That's a long way for an old country boy to be straying from home with limited funds. But the Lord is working. The Lord is blessing. He's taking care of me. He had never let me down, so I do appreciate all of you. And I have had, like I said, I've had a lot of y'all that have reached out and said, hey, let me help you, send you some money, pay for a room. To every one of y'all that has done that, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I am very thankful and appreciate you. It means a lot to me. I couldn't do this, what I'm doing, without all of y'all. Y'all have made the whole channel possible. And allowed God to be able to take something that I started for entertainment and use it as a ministry. And y'all are helping, whether it is just through prayer or just by watching and helping this channel grow. that we're able to reach people. Y'all, we're reaching right into people's living rooms and touching their hearts and their lives. And anytime somebody sits in their living room and turns on an old country boy that's hunting and fishing and just carrying on, having a good time, telling Jerry Clower jokes, and then they catch a preaching video and their heart is touched and they reach out and say, hey, I'd like to be baptized. Y'all, God is working through this. And that is what it's all about. Like I said, I can't save nobody. I can't do anything but obey the Lord and preach truth. And when somebody says, I want to be baptized, go baptize them. And I do my part, God will do his. So anyway, y'all, thank all of you for watching tonight. We are going, as always, close this out in prayer. If you need to get up with me before I pray, if you want to help or if you want to reach out and say, hey, I want to be baptized or anything to do with this trip, either message me on Facebook. My phone number is on the Facebook page. I had somebody said, I couldn't believe your phone number was on Facebook. I don't hide from people. I'm not trying to hide from nobody. Reach out to me, or you can email me at justinpeden@gmail.com. I think most of you by now have figured out how to get a hold to me. And most of my videos, if you go to the description box, be sure you check out the Etsy store. There's merchandise, there's some knives, there is all kind of stuff in the description box. And I have one thing I was going to show y'all tonight, and I slam forgot it. I put a gut hook in a knife, and a Caleb knife. I had a bunch of people asking about a gut hook. We'll do that in a later video. We ain't in no buying for that right now. I had it for sale on Facebook. It hadn't sold yet. But anyway, most of you know how to get a hold to me. If you look in that description box where it says more and go in the description box, there's links to the Etsy store, to the Southern Mud Pottery, to all my stuff, and there is a contact, how to get up with me, email address in there. So if you need something, need to get up with me, that's the best way to do it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. Let's go to the Lord in prayer and close this whole video out today. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all your blessings, Lord. We thank you for enabling us to do your work. We thank you for the Spirit that leads and guides us. Lord, I thank you for every life that you have touched through these videos and these people that are moved and wants to be baptized. God, I pray you keep your hand on me, keep your hand on Michelle, keep your hand on us, give us travel mercy, take care of us, protect us from the enemy that wants to stop us from doing what we're doing. But God, we put ourselves in your care and on your time, and Lord, we're following you and doing your work and your mission. God, we ask you to go with us, to bless us, to protect us, to guide us, to lead the way. Not only us, but Lord, every one of these people we baptize and every one of these lives we touch, God, we ask you to continue to work, for you to speak peace into their life, to fill them with your Spirit, to fill them with love, to fill them with joy, to fill them with happiness. God, give them everything that they need to be successful in your kingdom, to do a work, God, that you want them to do. God, we ask you to keep your hands on them. Open their minds and their hearts to your word, to the understanding of your ways that are far above our ways. God, we ask you to touch those that are sick. God, we ask you, Lord, to work through us on this trip. Let everything be for your glory, God, not my own, God. I'm nothing, Lord. This is about glorifying you. We give you all the praise and the glory, Lord. In Jesus' name we ask you. Amen. Y'all, thank you for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. I am always excited and looking forward to doing this show every Friday night. Means a lot to me. I had to go back, read through some of these comments. I don't know if I missed anything that I needed to read, but I'll try to check. Robert Ginger said, thank everybody for praying for his mother. She is out of the hospital and doing well. Thanks again. That is good to hear. Praise the Lord. So thank all of you. We love you. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one. Good night. Oh.